So you know how they say that we make plans and God laughs? Well, he must be cracking up right now. Because I was filming a different video a second ago and I noticed the floor right here looked weird. And I was like, I wonder if that's just the metal shavings from the side panels. Well, some of it was, but it was water. So I was like, no, leaks. So I turned the hose on, I sprayed the side of the bus down, and it turns out it's leaking into the inside from the outside. So the windows were not as sealed as I thought that they were. The thing is though, had I not taken this metal piece out, had I left the insulation in, I would never have known, because it's not coming out of the front. It's coming out, it's not coming out of the inside face of the window. It's coming out from the outside face from underneath. So it's coming in from like underneath the metal, where the metal was. So another good thing about totally demoing your bus is that you find things you wouldn't normally find had you not done all that. So I was planning on framing and insulating today, but it looks like I will be sealing windows and holes. But if you are in the construction part of your build, or you're just curious, I think I found a cool way to patch small holes, which I think I probably would have done this on the floor had I known about it at that point, but I did what I did and now it's done. So now my brother told me my brother suggested this to me, and then I think a few people actually commented after I had already done the floors, like on that video, they said you should have done this, and I honestly agree, but I've never done it before, so we'll see how it turns out. So before I seal up the windows, I have these small holes from where the stop sign was hooked up to. I'm not going to be using it for this bigger hole, just the small holes. I'll be using something else for this, but for the small holes I'm going to use some JB Weld putty stuff. And so you just take a little pinch off of it, put it on there, and then I think this can actually be sanded down. Don't quote me on that. I'll see about that in a minute. But that's what I'm going to be using for the small holes, which I think can also be done for the holes in your floor if that's what you're watching this video for. So I'm going to do that. Then we are going to take some silicone to all the windows, and hopefully that takes care of all of the leaks. Let's go ahead and have a read here. Well, hopefully it doesn't cause an allergic skin reaction, which I'm sure it won't. I know what I'm allergic to. Mix thoroughly. Thoroughly knead putty with fingers to uniform color. Press putty firmly to surface to be repaired. Simple enough. Cool. Takes me back to arts and crafts. Okay, so it says mixed putty because if you can see here, it's two different colors. So we are going to mix it thoroughly here. Cut. Scissors, where art thou? I just had them somewhere. Ugh. I always lose the scissors. Every time. That never fails. I use the scissors. That's what I do. I wouldn't be me if I didn't lose the scissors. Ah, damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut not a huge piece off, but a fairly decent amount, just because I'm doing 5 holes. Real? This is supposed to be super easy so far. I have to say it's been super easy. I don't know if this will be enough though for these holes. And it's quite hard to do small stuff like this with one hand. So if you do go this route to do your floors, of course, just know it's going to be tedious, but that's with everything that comes with any build. You're just going to have to do some tedious stuff. This is not the video that I thought I was going to be doing for you guys today, but I'm glad to know that there are leaks in the bus now, then find out later. Because that would really suck. For this bigger piece, I'm going to be using a piece of metal like I did for the floors for those bigger pieces. But as far as these little holes go, this is very tedious, but that was way easier than doing what I did. So I've heard great things about this method, so I mean, I'm sure it does just as good as what I did on the floors, maybe even better. So if you're looking for a good way to patch your floors that's not super difficult or complicated, JB Weld. I bought this tube, I think was like $5, but I do know that they have, you can get like a little thing like this of either the same stuff JB Weld, or I think it's called Quick Steel is what my brother told me to get, but they didn't have any at Home Depot. But apparently they have it at like AutoZone. So there's that. Ooh, sorry, you guys are on some wood. And now I'm going to seal cone all of the windows from the outside and then also seal them from the inside. I actually was, from the start, fun stories, from the start of this build, my plan was to take out all the windows and re-seal them. I've seen a lot of people do it. I think that it's smart now, even more so. Before I was like, well, I don't have any leaks, so I don't really need to take the windows out. Why do I need to take the windows out and re-seal them if they're totally sealed? Well, they're not. So I wouldn't have known that about the windows had I not demoed the bus down to the bones, so I am grateful for that. I do suggest that if you're doing a build, just know that if you do skip steps, you might regret it later on. Not saying that you will, but I'm just glad to find out that there's leaks now before I spent all of my time and energy and money insulating it and putting my walls up, and then finding out later that the windows are leaking. So silver lining there, I guess. But I feel like, and I think this is with everything in life itself, is I take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And it can get frustrating and irritating, and you can let it get to you, but in the end it's not going to change anything. So I'm just trying to roll with the punches and knock this build out. I'm not trying to like knock the whole thing out within the next 2 weeks. I just want it to be done enough that I can sleep in here comfortably with the cats with summer upon us in Texas. So I think it's doable. So hopefully siliconing the windows will stop the leaks. If not, I will have to take the windows out and reseal them. So at this point, I don't want to do that, but that may be what I have to do, what is necessary to stop the leaks for good. But some of the windows aren't necessarily leaking, but I'm going to go through and do all of them. Right now, it's just the back 2 on this side that are leaking. None of the other ones seem to be leaking, but I'm still going to silicone them just in case.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. such a wonderful delight. Forgo, give up everything that I own. Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found. You're the rose in a garden.
Alright, I'm officially out of silicone, so that means Home Depot, here I come. So I took a break, kind of, went to Home Depot, got some more silicone. This is window, door, and siding and trim, Weather Max technology, fast drying. So I think I got enough to finish all of the windows. I only had a little bit of silicone left, so I'm gonna go ahead and seal up all of the windows, and then I'm gonna let that dry, go to the gym, come back and start framing, hopefully. So we'll see. Let's get these windows sealed.
And it shows, if I'm honest, you're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows, if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh, you, you're the rose in a garden, and it shows, if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say, you're the rose in a garden, and it shows, if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you.
Alright guys, I siliconed all of the windows, inside and outside, and that is all I'm going to do for now. I'm going to take a little break, let all this stuff dry. This is supposed to be like a fast drying one. Let's see, it says 30 minutes. I am going to let that dry for a couple of hours, and so I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna come back. I need some more 2x2s to start framing the wall. I need to go to Home Depot again today to go pick up some more. The reason I didn't pick them up when I went to get the silicone is because I had to take my mom's car. My brother wasn't here, he has a truck. So now that he's back, I'm gonna see if he'll run me to Home Depot so that I can pick up some more 2x2s. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that takes care of all the leaks. For those of you that asked on my last video, as far as the windows being open and me opening windows, the only windows that I ever intend to open are the 2 middle emergency windows. All the other windows, the latch things on them are broken, and I'm not sure how to fix that, if I'll fix that, and if I do, when I'll fix that. So as of right now, I'm not really worried about it. That may change when summer comes, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. For now, those are the only 2 windows that I intend on opening, and they're the only ones that can open, that aren't broken. So for now, I'm not too worried about the windows as far as them opening in that sense. So I caulked these windows like nobody's business. I put so much on there, not too much, but I put a lot. So I'm hoping that that takes care of that issue. I didn't want to start framing until I got that done and made sure that it did work. So I'm going to let that sit for, it says 30 minutes, but I'm probably not going to check on it for a couple of hours. If I still have daytime to film and stuff, then I will start working on framing the bus. But if not, then that's something that I'll work on tomorrow. But I'm definitely going to water check everything again, but I'm going to give it time to sit, and hopefully it works. Pray for me. I also need to seal up that one last hole over there in the wall, which I might do right now. I don't know. We'll see. It needs to be done before I insulate. So I may do that tomorrow. I'm not sure, because I'm not going to insulate until after I'm done framing. So I hope this video helped you out as far as the tiny holes go, and I hope that the silicone actually works. And again, super glad that I wound up demoing the bus down to the bones, because I wouldn't have realized that the windows were leaking had I not done that. So I hope that answers some questions, and hopefully I don't run into similar problems again. But with every build, I'm sure that I will hit some roadblocks along the way, but you just got to keep trucking. So as always, guys, please feel free to comment down below and like this video or dislike it, whatever, and I'll see you guys on the next one.